the truth. I'm afraid, damn it. I'm supposed to be the Don of NXT. I'm supposed to lead the family. Afraid of no one, afraid of nothing. Never back down from a fight I can't handle. But it's different with this guy. He's a machine. He's a destroyer. He's not human, and I can't beat him! There it is. I said it.
It's okay, lose to opponent. Must not lose to fear.
What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a blessed Wednesday if you're watching this. And before I get into this review for NXT this week, just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. Still at 134 subs, that's okay. Like I said, the gains don't stop. It's only a matter of time for that number keeps on going up. Alright? But enough of that. Let's get into this review. Alright? Start off with the contract signing for the NXT World title. Alright, we see Trick Williams coming out, getting the crowd hyped up. He's like, hey, listen. It's like last week I went to war with Pete Dunne. And I gotta say this. Pete, you are still a butch. But no, seriously, no. I did go to war with Pete Dunne last week, but I whooped his ass. I whooped that trick, and now I'm back on track. And I got my sights set on a title that I never lost in the first place. That's the NXT World title. So Ethan Page, bring your punk ass out here right now so you can sign his contract. Then we see Ethan Page comes out, man, the crowd is chanting, Ethan sucks. Believe in Joe. Ethan, put on some clothes. But Ethan was like, oh no, go ahead. Why don't you keep singing that stupid ass song with Trick, huh? Like, don't worry, I'll be Booker T. You guys be, the chorus. Alright? Be like, whoop that trick, huh? Whoop that trick, yeah. Whoop that trick, whoop that trick. I like it, yeah, Trick Willie, yeah. That Trick was like, I don't like it. Just gonna fast forward, and Ethan was like, listen, like, I didn't steal a damn thing. I pinned your ass 1, 2, 3 in the middle of that ring, and I won this NXT World title. And on the CW premiere of NXT, it will still be the era of all ego Ethan Page, because this is NXT me. Alright, you're not taking a damn thing from me. Damn sure not this NXT World title. Fast forward, we see Ethan Page hits the Eagle's Edge to Trick Williams onto the table. And we see Trick is down. Trick is down. Alright, reminded me of 05 when that contract signing between Triple H and Batista. Just not as badass or as epic. You know what I mean? Less charisma. Alright, but still good nonetheless. Alright, so the contract does not get signed. The crowd's chanting some shit. I don't know what the fuck they're saying. I need some fucking subtitles for some of these chants sometimes. And we see Ethan Page talking shit to Ava. He walks off and he was like, smile, Trick, smile, and yeah, that's it. So it's a good way to start off the show, I suppose. So we move on. We see the Don of NXT, Tony D'Angelo, talking to your boy Hammer, Alexander Hammerstone. And we see that Tony is not pleased. He was like, when I give you an envelope full of cash to get the job done, you do it. Alexander is like, look, Obafemi is a beast. You of all people should know that. Yeah, I do know that, and that's why I paid you. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go down, you're gonna talk to Ava, and you're gonna get a rematch against Obafemi. And this time, you get the job done. Alexander is like, no. I'm sorry. It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You're saying no to me? And you know what happens to people who say no to me? Alexander was like, well, you're the Don of NXT, so why isn't it that you handle Obafemi yourself? Got a wise guy over here, huh? Okay, big guy. You know, instead of Obafemi, why don't I take you out tonight? So that sets up the match later on tonight for Alexander Hammerstone, your boy Hammer, going up against the Don of NXT, Tony D'Angelo. Right? But we move on. We see Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley making her entrance, and like Vic Joseph said on commentary, reunited and they look so good. Well, he didn't say that, but they do look good. Well, mainly Tatum. Alright, Lyra's okay, but she's now engaged, come to find out, to LJ Cleary over there in Noah. So hey, big ups to him. I like to call him Jay White Jr. because well, you look at him, like I can't not think of fucking Jay White. You know, during his when he was clean shaven back there in fucking New Japan. You know what I mean? So hey, happy congratulations to the two of them. I hope it works out. So moving on, we see Ava talking to Stevie Turner and my boy Robbie E. You know, she was upset that the contract didn't get signed and that if the surprise was there, that it would have happened. Alright, next we see the young OG, Javon Evans, but along with Cedric Alexander, I guess who's taking like a mentor role for Javon here. Javon was like, yo, Ava, you know, it's like, I know the premiere of CW, you know, they're filling up real quick, so how about October 8th, you know, St. Louis, come on, give your boy a shot, what do you say? Alright, and Ava was like, you know, I'll see what I can do, I'll think about it. Javon was like, hey, that's not a no. Hey, let's get it. So yeah, but we'll follow up on that later on towards the end of the show. But moving on, we get the tag team match between Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley versus Rosemary and Wendy Cho. Alright, now this was a decent tag match. Just gonna fast forward to the finish, which you see Wendy Cho hitting the avalanche overhead belly-to-belly suplex to Tatum Paxley, followed up by a spear from Rosemary. Now this should have been the end of the fucking match right here, but Tatum gets her foot on the rope, so the match continues. Alright, fast forward, we see Tatum hitting her finisher, which is Suzuki's finisher, the tequila shot, to Rosemary. Then Lyra hits her diving blade drop to Rosemary for the 1-2-3. So Rosemary is now 0-3 here on NXT. This is a former TNA Knockouts champion, mind you. Multiple time TNA Knockouts champion, who is officially a jobber here in NXT. You hate to see it, man. Let me play some sad music. This is some sad ass shit right here, man. Ah, damn. Like you couldn't give Rosemary the win here. You can do it. Couldn't pull the trigger, huh? Just have her come on there, just drop out, put everybody over. Fuck it, right? Nah, we don't care about Rosemary. She's not going anywhere. I don't know. I don't know, man. What's the end game here? All right, what's the end game for Rosemary besides her teaming up with Wendy Cho? I guess at some point they're gonna face off against each other. I'm assuming that Wendy wins and she continues her evil persona, or they have Rosemary go over and then Wendy goes back to being like the bubbly version of her, the babyface version. So I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't like seeing Rosemary just continuing to job out here in NXT. Like, give her a win, for fuck's sake, man. I get you're trying to protect and push Lyra, but I mean, fuck, man. At the expense of Rosemary, I don't like it. So we move on. We see Trick Williams in the back in the nursing area. Ava was adamant that this contract signing is going to get signed tonight. Trick then says, oh, best believe when I get my hands on Ethan Pace tonight, not a damn soul is going to stop me from getting my hands on him. And I took this shot right here because I'm like, why? I was laughing because I'm like, well, why is he mean mugging Sarah like that? Sarah didn't do shit. I get he was pissed, but damn, he was me mugging the shit out of Sarah, man. Like, she didn't do shit to you, bro. God damn, don't relax. Tranquilo, okay? Damn. Sorry, that shit was funny to me. So, we move on. We see the No Quarter Catch crew backstage, and we see Charlie Dempsey rocking the mutton chops like he's fucking Triple H from 06, or Levy from Motorhead, rest in peace. But he was bigging up Tavion for his work over there in Japan, and he tells him and Miles that you guys need to go after the tag team titles. And Tavion's all for it. Ren cuts off Charlie again. Alright, that's like the common trend here with this group. Alright, and then Charlie was like, look, you're a valuable asset here in the no QCC. Okay? You know, she was like, you was telling Tavion, he's like, she did help me. He went back to the Heritage Cup. And Tavion was like, yeah, I seen that, hey, big ups. Right? But yeah, he's like, look, you want to stay here in No Quarter Catch crew, you gotta go out there and make a name for yourself, like I'm doing, like Tavion's doing, like Miles is doing, okay? And Ren was like, okay, go out there, make a name for myself. Got it. Alright, you're hyped up, I'm hyped up, let's go, let's get it. Slaps him in the chest, she bounces. And Charlie was like, man, what the fuck? But yeah, we move on. Alright, we get the match between the Don of NXT, Tony D'Angelo versus your boy Hammer, Alexander Hammerstone. And this was a decent match to start off. Tony was trying to get some offense in, but it wasn't working. Alright, Hammerstone was on beast mode during this match. So fast forward, we see Tony. He does some like belly to bellies, and then he does that spine on the pine, a spine buster. Alright, he gets some momentum. But we see Hammerstone, he hulks up, powers up, brother. He gets an overhead belly to belly to Tony D'Angelo. Alright, and then there's this moment right here. And we see the look on Tony's face. He was like, fuck it. Alright, and he walks out. So he gets counted out. So, and then we see the look on Rizzo, like, what's going on here? I don't know. Like, why would you, where are you going? Alright. So, hey, fucking Hammerstone gets a win here in NXT. There's one reason, and one reason only, why we're seeing the Don of NXT, who seems to be a broken man, a man that lost his confidence. And that's the guy that was watching in the back right here, the current North American champion, the ruler of NXT, Obafemi, who's watching. He watched all this shit transpire, man. He's right back there laughing to himself like, yes, I did that. He found out real quick what happens when you mess with the ruler of NXT. So Oba has his man Tony shook. But moving on, we see Zachary Wentz. He grabs the microphone, he tells the audience like, hey, I got some footage to show you guys because we were supposed to have a title match against Nathan Frazier and Axiom a couple weeks ago. But here's the footage to prove to you why that didn't happen. Alright, and then we see Trey Miguel. He's trying to get into his car. Alright, he's putting the stuff in there and all that. And then we see Wes Lee running up and catches this man Trey Miguel lacking. Damn. You hate to see it. All on the CCTV there, man. See Wes Lee takes the car door and just slams it repeatedly to Trey Miguel, man. Takes his boy out for good. He then runs off. We go back to Zachary. He says, Wes, you're the biggest piece of garbage I've ever met. It's like, how could you do that to Trey? He's like, you know how many times we've been up and down the road in that car? You just couldn't stand to see us succeed without you, could you? Or maybe you're just mad because I got the win at No Mercy. But that's okay. But come October 1st for the CW premiere of NXT, I finish this once and for all in Chicago. Alright, that's it. So we move on. We see Tyrese side, Halliburton, and that's his name. I guess he's on the Indiana Pacers. I don't know. I checked out fucking of the NBA, man. I stopped watching, so I don't even know who's who. All right, I know a couple of names like Ja Morant and Draymond Green, because his ass always getting into like fights and shit. So yeah, we seen last week that Shawn Michaels invited him to NXT, so here he is. All right, and Tyrese was like, hey, I seen that shit earlier go down with Ethan Page and Trick Williams. But don't worry, tonight that shit ain't gonna fly. I got you, Ava. I got this. All right. And then we see Robbie E and Stevie Turner show up, and he was like, hey, my man Tyrese. And Stevie was skeptical that he was going to get the job done tonight. And Robbie was like, what are you talking about? You're like, you know what this is? This is the 2-time MVP for the Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton, man. And he's a gold medalist. And it's like, hey, man, it's like, hey, give me some, player. Man, Robbie E's hilarious. All right, always has been, man. Like, he understands comedy. All right, he tries to dap up Tyrese. Tyrese was like, nigga, I don't know you. Like, whose man's is this? You know, like, look, Ava, I'll catch you later. So he takes a contract and he pieces out with his 94 Shawn Michaels shirt on, which is crazy. That's a crazy ass shirt to wear. Then we see Ava. He was like, I thought you said you knew Tyrese. So my boy Robbie E gets exposed and we move on. Next, we get a match between Ashanti D. Adonis versus DJ Platonic, aka Eddie Dwork. See Adonis making his entrance and he stops. He finds his side piece for tonight because his gimmick is basically a fake ass bootleg Casanova. Alright, so, but I will say he has pretty good taste, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we go to commercial break, we get back, we see Fatal Influence. Alright, basically they're just talking shit about Jada Parker, Lola Vice, and Kalani Jordan. That's all I have to hear. So moving on, we see Lola Vice backstage in the women's locker room. She gets confronted by Jada Parker. Jada was like, you keep your ass here. I'ma handle JC Jane tonight. Yeah. Lola was like, no, mama. Like, so basically she said something in Spanish talking about, like, you know, like, I got fatal influence tonight. You had him last week, you failed. You suck. It's my turn. I got this. Moving on, we get back to the match between Adonis and Eddie. And Eddie came to finish his own entrance because Adonis said, fuck that. I'm tired. He said, I'm tired of you cop walking me all these damn weeks. Fuck that. This was a decent match, but we're going to fast forward to the finish. Alright, you see Adonis, I don't know what the fuck he was going for that on the top turnbuckle. He blows a kiss to his side piece out there in the crowd, trying to impress her. And that's the reason why he lost, because he took too much time up. He got his eye off the ball and he goes for the splash. Eddie dodges. He hits the impaler DDT for the 1, 2, 3. All right, so Eddie wins. The side piece out there in the crowd is not happy, and Adonis is a job. So we move on, and next we see a little promo package from Chase U, mainly Dia Hale and Riley Osborne, aka Evan Bourne 2.0. Thea says, like, she doesn't even know who Ridge is anymore and that she can't forgive him. And Riley was like, it's like, I hate the fact that I was correct. I was right about you the entire time, so was Duke. And don't worry, next week, I'm going to take care of you for Andre, for Duke, for all of Chase U, and to get you out of our lives once and for all. And that's it. So we move on. And here we get a fucking promo from CM old Phil Brooks. Fucking back-to-back fucking shows of this dude, man. But you know what? I will say this. No, I hope we see a spike or boost in the ratings for NXT. Because that tells me that CM Punk is 110% more of a draw than Cody Rhodes. Alright, so I hope there's an increase. Alright, but he doesn't say shit, he just panders. He's talking about the future NXT and how he's gonna beat them all at some point. Like how he alluded to facing Braun Breaker at some point, which I hope Braun spears the shit out of this dude, man. And mind you, he had a miraculous recovery because now his voice is regular now. It's just crazy how that works. You know, to go from one episode he's hurting to the next episode on a different show and a different brand. He's good. Go figure. You know, but he gets interrupted by one of his side chicks, Roxanne. You think it couldn't get any worse. And then she comes out here just to completely glaze this motherfucker even more and overinflate his ego. Alright? Like, she says how, like, the 13-year-old me, like, would be geeking out right now to see my idol CM Punk right in front of me. All right, she basically said how like she prefers AJ Lee over Punk, and that she wished that she would have grew up to admire Drew McIntyre over CM Punk, which we know that's not true. And I'm like, oh, come on, people pop for that shit. Like, oh my god, come on, man. Like, really? You fool me with that shit. Like, I know that. Come on, there are little innuendos between you two. All right, you ain't fooling me. There's something going on here. There's something fishy, something shady going on here. And as she gets interrupted by Julia, and then I'm like, thank God. You know, like, even though her theme song is shitty, garbage. And I come to find out, I heard about Def Rebel getting fired. You're fired. About fucking time. So maybe these theme songs will be better moving forward, but we shall see. But she comes out here and she says, Roxanne, the countdown is on. You have 2 weeks. Then she walks away, and then Roxanne tries to attack her from behind, but CM Punk stops her. He says, nah. That's all that happened here, and that was just nothing but a CM Punk glaze fest. More glazing going on in a Krispy Kreme factory. Alright, fuck that. Moving on. Next, we see Kalani Jordan backstage, and she's saying to Sarah how if Fatal Influence wants to talk all that shit, well, they know where to find me. They can step up and challenge me one-on-one. Alright, then we see Ren Sinclair coming out of nowhere. She slaps the hell at Kalani Jordan, issuing her challenge for North America title. And she realizes when Kalani comes to that she's pissed off, and she's like, that look, you know you don't fucked up. Oh, like that type of look. So she runs off, Kalani chases after her, and we move on. We go backstage to the D'Angelo family. We see Rizzo, we see Stax, we see Luca. And I'm like, hey, boss, hey, what was that earlier with Hammerstone? Why'd you walk out? What's going on? You want to talk to us? And Tony was like, you want to know what's going on? You want to know? I'm afraid, okay? I'm afraid. I'm supposed to be the Don here at NXT, but this guy Oba, he's a machine. He's different, and I can't beat him. All right? There. I said it. Now you know. And that's it. So Oba indeed has his man shook. Right, but we move on. Next, we get a tag team match between No Quarter Cash Crew's Tavion and Miles versus Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander. Good little match, but we're going to fast forward to the finish. Kalani Jordan comes out and she starts whooping Ren Sinclair's ass all the way to the back. All right, Cedric hits the lumbar check to Miles. He then does a tope suicida to Tavion. Then Javon hits the a Sky Twister headbutt because he missed all of it this time, man. That man got too much air. But he wins 1, 2, 3. All right, then after the fact, we see a tweet from Randall Keeklock Orton challenging Javon Evans on October 8th in St. Louis. And best believe the young OG ain't going over. It ain't happening. But what you're guaranteed to see is a crazy-ass RKO out of nowhere. Like, what's likely what's going to happen is, like, you're going to have Javon, he's going to go for that top turnbuckle springboard cutter that he does. He's going to turn around into the RKO. Calling it right now. It's a good opportunity for the young OG to work with a veteran like Orton here. So, I'll be looking forward to that match when it happens, but moving on. See, Rich Holland backstage, and he says, like, I told you I ain't gonna take down Chase U, but burn it into the ground. And Riley, I'ma see you next week. That's all he says here. And we see Brooks, he's walked in for his match against Deion Lennox. I finally know this kid's name. But yeah, he looks to Sean Spears and he was like, are we doing this? Sean was like, yeah, I got you. And he said, look on Sean's face like, you fucking idiot. It's like, got your ass. So we get the match between Brooks Jensen versus Deion Lennox. All right. Short match. We're gonna fast forward to the finish. We see Shawn Spears grabbing Dion's glasses. Dion says, no, not today. He said, not today. Well, he turns around, tries to hit the schoolboy to Brooks. Brooks kicks out. He has to snap DDT. Put a 1, 2, 3. So Brooks goes over here. And even though all Dion was trying to do was just wake his ass up, he just tried to put him on game, telling him that Shawn is just using you and you're too damn stupid to see it. So, hey, I can't win for losing. And Dion reminds me, I know I said this before, but he reminds me, he's like a combination of Carmelo Hayes and Jason Jordan. I'm telling you, you fuse those two guys together, you get fucking Dion Lennox. I'm telling you right fuck now. He reminds me of both those guys combined. Next, we see a little TikTok or Instagram from Wes Lee. Basically, he says, like, look, I told the NXT universe what it was. Yeah, I did it. And we'll find out the person that leaked that footage. But until then, I'm going to take care of you, Zach. See you in Chicago, brother. So moving on, we get to the match between JC Jane and Lola Vice. You see JC Jane, and she knows she's fine. She knows she's sexy. All three of these ladies are. And I'll say this right now. I'll take the Fatal Influence over the pure fusion of jobbers any day of the week. Twice on Sunday. They go to commercial break, and then when we come back, we see Grayson Waller and Austin Theory issuing a challenge to Nathan Frazier in Action for the NXT Tag Team titles. And that tells me that they're not doing jack shit on SmackDown, which doesn't surprise me one bit. Alright, so we get the match between Lola and Jason Jane, and Lola ain't playing. You know, she came out here ready to whoop some ass. Alright, but the match itself was short, but basically Lola Vice wins with that little spinning back fist that she does, but which looks like shit, man. Like, her and Jada Parker need new finishers, alright, in my opinion. But I am glad that she won it. But after the match, we see Fatal Influence jumping at Lola Vice, but she gets saved by Jada Parker. Alright, and then Lola Vice tries to get her attention, and Jada's about to swing on her. So they're about to fight, and then referees break them up. Right, but it's like, man, I was just thinking, I'm like, you know what would be perfect if Gigi Dolan was here? We have the three of them, three of the best cakes in NXT versus Fatal Influence. Man, it's too good, too easy. But apparently Gigi is injured, come to find out. At least that's what I've heard, because I haven't seen her on NXT in months. So yeah, if she's injured, that sucks, because she wouldn't have been perfect in this segment. You know, you could, instead of doing Charlie's Angels, you do Shawn's Angels. And you got Lola Vice, Jada Parker, and Gigi Dolan. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now we're eating good, right? But yeah. Moving on, we see the Dot, Tony D'Angelo talking to Rizzo. Rizzo gives him a heart-to-heart. She says, it's okay to be afraid. I'm afraid too. Now Tony says, not for me. I got you disrespected. I got the family disrespected. And I failed you guys. Rizzo says, it doesn't matter what we think. Afraid to lose? Afraid that you're going to be remembered as a coward? Look, when it's all said and done, you're always going to have the family. No matter what. And I see you, and I see what this is doing to you, and I know that you don't believe it. And I know that you want another shot at Olufemi. Tony says, I do. Rizzo is like, so let's do it. Tony says, what if I lose? Rizzo says, then you lose. At least you do it with the family and not through fear. Stacks believes in you, Luca believes in you, and I believe in you. But you gotta believe in you. So what do you say? Tony says, okay, I'm in. And they hug it out to end the segment. But this is easily the best shit on NXT, in my opinion, man. Best shit that happened all night. like I said months back, I wouldn't be mad if Tony D'Angelo beats Obafemi. If I called that shit back in fucking May. I'll call that shit back in May or now September, and that shit could come to fruition. So we shall see. But hey, this shit has been good. I will say that. It's the best story being told right now in NXT, in my opinion. So we move on, and we finally get the contract signing. See Tyrese, he brands out Trick. You know, Trick appreciates Tyrese having his back, but he's like, in all seriousness, get Ethan Page punk ass out here so he can sign his contract. So Ethan Page comes out, and he's like, oh, look at this. Like, oh, you got you and your little homie over here. It doesn't matter who you have in your corner, because we're still in the era of all ego, and it's still NXT. And I'm still carrying this brand on my back. You know, like, Ethan was yelling the entire fucking time. Alright, he signs the contract, and then we see Tyrese was like, oh, I forgot one more thing. Hit the music. And then we see CM Punk's music play once again. And we see Ethan Page look on his face. He's like, he's like, that's a meme right there. Right? Punk comes out. He just announces that, you know, I'm done the CW premiere. You know, they need some more spice. So he's going to be the special guest referee in their title match for the NXT World title between Ethan Page and Trick Williams. Shocker. Alright. And then they end up fighting Trick and Ethan, that is, and then got security trying to pull them off, you know, separate them. And we see CM Punk like, yeah, this is such good shit. Yeah. So yeah, that's NXT for this week, man. Some good, some bad. And as I started doing for Raw this week, I'm gonna give a point for all the shit I did enjoy. So I give a point for all the women on the show, from Lola Vice to Jada Parker to Fatal Influence to Ren Sinclair to Kalani Jordan to Lyra Valkyria, Tina Paxley, Rosemary, Wendy Cho. Pretty much most of these women can get it. Alright? So that's another point for the story that's being told with the Don of NXT, Tony D'Angelo. Alright? I'll give a point for Hammerstone getting a win tonight. I'll give a point for the contract signing between Ethan Page and Trick Williams. That was good shit. I think I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's it. For the most part, man, the matches are okay. I mean, but yeah, that's about it. So yeah, good 4 out of 10 as well. But like I said, there was some good shit on this show. So but yeah, if you watched NXT, let me know how you felt. What was your favorite match, your favorite moment for this week? Alright, so love it, hate it, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's all the same to me. I just want to see the engagement and the feedback from you guys. Alright, and if you disliked the video, let me know why. If you liked the video, let me know why. Alright, like, I respect your opinion either way. Or I'm not here to attack you. I only attack if you attack me. Like, if you say some stupid ass shit in the comment section trying to disrespect me, then yeah, I'm gonna light your ass up. So yeah, as far as my next video, I'm gonna do the AEW Dynamite review and go from there. So wasting enough of your guys' time. So that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, trust in God. Crazy fucking world we live in, and Lord forgive me, but it is. Always some crazy shit going on, man. So just be careful, you know? But I'm out of here. Till next time, adios.